Hi guys, happy Monday. I'm going to go over two skills with you today. The first one is IXL R.7. So I go into IXL and I pull up, F.7, not R.7, F.7, and I pull up that skill, or I can also do it in my assignment. This is multi-step word problems, and for those of you who are in my class or have taken classes with me, you know that whenever I have a word problem, there's a few questions I like to ask. The first is, do I have the total? Because if I have the total, then I know my number is not going to get bigger. If I don't have the total, then I know my number needs to get bigger, and so I'll be adding or multiplying. Is it equal groups? So is it the same number used over and over again? If it is, then I'm most likely going to be either multiplying or dividing, but I won't be adding or subtracting. And then the last is multi, which is it a multi-step problem? If I answer like yes and no to either of those, then yes, it's usually multi. In this case, it flat tells us the skill we're working on is multi-step word problems. So we can say, yes, it's for sure going to be multi. Then I have add, subtract, multiply, and divide, which helps me know what type of problem I'm doing. Remember, IXL is randomly generated, so the problems that I have might be different than the problems you get. That's okay. So this first one, at his local arcade, Ronald has earned 26 tickets playing an electronic dance game and 19 tickets playing a car racing game. He wants to get the marshmallow shooter prize, which costs 80 tickets. How many more tickets does he need? So we know how much his final prize is. So yes, we have that total, but we don't have the total that he currently has. We only have what he wants. So we have one of the totals, but not both. And then is it equal groups? Well, no, 26 and 19 are not the same number. So no, not equal groups. Since it's not equal groups, I can eliminate multiplication and division, and I'm left with just addition and subtraction. So I know that his total is 80 tickets, is how much he wants at the very end of all this, because that's how much the shooter, marshmallow shooter is. Then I know I'm going to be taking away what he currently has from that. Now he has 26 tickets and 19 tickets. And I need to find the total between those two numbers to take it away from what he has. So I'm going to add. And that's going to leave me with how many he still needs. So N in this case equals needs, the tickets he still needs. So I'm going to take 26 and 19 and add those up. So I have 26 and 19. 6 plus 9 equals 15, write the 5, carry the 1, 1 plus 2 equals 3, plus 1 equals 4. So he has right now 45 tickets, but he needs to get to 80. So I've got to add, put those together and subtract. So I'm going to stack it up, 80 minus 45. 0 take away 5 equals can't do it. Cross out the 8, write a 7, write a little 1. 10 take away 5 equals 5, write the 5. 7 take away 4 equals 3, write the 3. And we are left with 35 tickets is what he needs. So let's go ahead and click, put that in, 35, submit. Perfect. Let's see. Now I'm not going to get rid of all of my questions because I like having those for word problems. So we know it's going to be a multi-step, and then I'm going to have my add, subtract, multiply, and divide off to the side so I'm ready. Tammy started a stamp collection. She started collecting 118 stamps that had been printed between 1950 and 1980. 83 stamps that had been printed between 1900 and 1949, and 4 stamps that had been printed before 1900. Wow. She put all of her stamps into an album. She filled the first album with 125 stamps. How many stamps did she put in the other album? Ooh. So this one, they gave us a lot of extra information. So in order to help my brain like pull out that extra and keep it off to the side, what I'm gonna do is keep some just off here. So I'm gonna say 1950 to 1980 equals 118. Okay. Then 1900 to 1949. Notice how my numbers are kind of blurry for that. I don't really care. I'm getting that extra information out of the way. And that's when she had 83 stamps. Okay, and then before 1900 equals 4. Okay, so that helps me get it out. Then the first album equals 125. Okay, so this is her stamps. And this is how much is in one album. So this is the total for one album, but we don't know how many she has total. Like, we don't know all the stamps. So yes and no. And they're definitely not equal groups. So once again, we can eliminate those two, and we're left with those. So we know that total, she has more than this because they didn't all fit into one album. So what I can do is say, let's add up how many stamps she has altogether. 118 plus 83 plus 4, and then minus 125, because that's how many she put in the one album. So what we need to know is how many go in the second album. So how many stamps are in the second album? So we have 118, and I'm just stacking up the numbers I'm going to add over here. So scoot my whiteboard over a little bit. So I have 118 plus 83 plus 4. I double checked that I wrote the numbers correct. Okay. 8 plus 3 equals 11 plus 4 equals 15. Write the 5, carry the 1. 8 plus 1 equals 10. Write the 0, carry the 1. 205. She has 205 stamps in her collection total, but she put 125 of those into an album, and we want to know how much is going to go into her second album. So now I have 205 minus 125. 5 take away 5 is 0. 0 take away 2 equals can't do it. Cross out the 2, write a 1, write a little 1. 10 take away 2 equals 8. So 80 stamps are going into her next album. 80, submit. This one has pictures. That's always fun. All right. Once again, leaving up that stuff that I don't need to rewrite. Save me time, make my life easy. You know how I love that. All right, so on a trip to the zoo, Troy counted the number of animal feet he saw. He tallied the feet on 8 giraffes, 10 flamingos, and 2 tigers. How many feet did he count in all? Well, 1 giraffe equals 4 feet, and 1 flamingo equals 2 feet, and 1 tiger equals 4 feet. So we have to figure out what we're talking about. So we're looking for the total number of feet. We do not have it. Now, are they equal? Well, yeah, all of the giraffes have the same number of feet. All of the flamingos have the same number of feet, and all of the tigers have the same number of feet. But not every animal has the same number. So yes and no on that one. Since we don't have the total, that means our number is going to get bigger. So we can eliminate subtraction and division because those would make our numbers smaller. Now, since we have, instead of 1 giraffe, we have 8 giraffes. Now that the giraffes, I'm going to do 8 times 4 because each one of the giraffes has the same number. Okay. Then flamingos are next. How many flamingos did he see? 10 flamingos at 2 feet each. And then 2 tigers at 4 feet. Okay. So 8 times 4, 10 times 2, 2 times 4. That gets me part of the way. Well, now in order to get the total, I need to add each of these numbers together. So I'm going to go through and I'm going to do all of my math for each of these in the parentheses first because I want to make sure I'm doing my parentheses first. So I have 32 plus, because that doesn't change. 10 times 2 is 20 plus, because that doesn't change. 2 times 4, which is 8. Well, 32 plus 20 is 52 plus 8 is 60. So he saw 60 feet. The key with these problems, guys, is to go through and make sure you are being careful, you are rereading, and you are writing down anything that you might trip you up to help you out in the future. Just keep with it, but they should be pretty easy. We've done a lot of work with multi-step word problems, and these ones are kind of fun. All right, bye guys.